With as many as 2 million CCTV cameras in Australia, it's no exaggeration to say we're constantly being watched. But what happens if those cameras also recognised our faces and that information is stored on a database that can be accessed without our permission? Well, that's exactly what the government is pushing for.
This really changes the nature of the world that we're in.
Scary stuff. Really, really scary stuff.
Imagine if this was your average commute to work. By the time you've started driving or hopped on the bus or the train, a coordinated system of surveillance cameras has begun building a profile of you. The intelligent technology can track your movements and behaviour in real time. It's making notes, and it's all going into a huge database that can be accessed without your permission.
While it may seem far-fetched now, it could be sooner than you realise. Think about it. I haven't even made it to work yet, let alone finish my morning coffee, and I estimate I've been filmed by at least 100 CCTV cameras. Tonight, how those cameras are set to get a whole lot smarter.
From sports stadiums to schools, shopping centres to suburban councils. You may not know it, but facial recognition technology is quietly being rolled out and becoming the norm. And now the government wants to set up a database that would match images of everyone captured on CCTV with their driver's licence and passport photos. They've dubbed the system the Capability.
They're going to use this database with face recognition to be able to pick people out. So you'll be able to take CCD footage and be able to automatically identify people.
The government says the system will primarily work to prevent terror attacks, but artificial intelligence professor Toby Walsh from the University of New South Wales has serious concerns.
Many of the cameras are manufactured in China.
The professor is among critics who fear that the information collected could be compromised.
Do you want to see something amazing? Watch this. Did you see that? I pushed the crosswalk button and the light changed. Now, you may not think that's so amazing, but it actually is. Did you know, for example, that in New York City a full 91% of the crosswalk buttons have been disabled? Only 9% of them actually do anything at all. Or did you further know that as a result of the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, it has been federally mandated in the United States that elevator doors have to remain open for a certain period of time. Thus, the elevator close door button does not activate before that amount of time. It does nothing. And yet, the elevator closed door buttons are still there. The crosswalk buttons haven't been taken down. It's almost as if the city planners and other social engineers of that ilk figured out a long time ago that it's sometimes useful just to have placebo buttons. Illusion of control buttons. Buttons that make you feel like you're doing something, even when you're not. Now, partially this plays on just our basic childlike delight that we take in pushing buttons and seeing something happen in reality as a result of that. And, if you have forgotten about that childlike delight, you will soon be reminded of it if and when you have children of your own. When my wife and I are out and about and our son is running around and not paying attention, we just say, "Oh, can you push the elevator button over there?" And he runs straight to it, because it's so fun to just press a button and see the light go on and see something happen. But it's even deeper than that, because these are buttons that have been disabled that do nothing, and often we know that they do nothing. Let's not sit here on a high horse about it. I, myself, know. There are buttons here in Japan, crosswalk buttons, that I know have been disabled. I know they do nothing. The light doesn't even come on when you press the button. And yet, when I'm in a hurry, nothing feels better than just jamming that button. Repeatedly jamming that button. I'm in a hurry, I gotta go. It just feels good. It's a release. And that is exactly what the placebo button, the illusion of control button, is about. And of course, it's not just crosswalk buttons or elevator closed door buttons. There are other such examples we can think of in our day-to-day life. For people in the business world, you might know that suggestion boxes, either for customers to leave suggestions for a business or employees to leave suggestions for their employers, are often, well, they often go directly into the circular file bin, i.e. the garbage can, because they don't really care about your suggestions. They just want you to feel like you have a say in the business or how it's going to be run. Or, well, what else can we think of in our day-to-day life that may be such a placebo button? Oh, how about the voting booth? Oh yes, every 4 or 5 years or whatever it is in your part of the world, you get to go in a booth and you get to throw the rascals out and put in a bunch of new rascals into office, local or provincial or state or federal, and watch absolutely nothing fundamental change. Oh, you don't like Bush and the illegal crimes of aggression around the world, the war crimes and the drone bombings and the DHS and the TSA? Vote for Obama. Hope and change, guys. It'll change, honest. Oh, you don't like Obama and his illegal wars of aggression or drone bombings or TSA or DHS or Obamacare? Vote for Trump, guys. It'll change, honest. Illusions of control that do nothing, and we know they do nothing. These are disabled crosswalk buttons, but they're put in front of us as the release valve to give people a feeling that they're in control of their lives. It's the placebo effect, and social engineers have known about it for a very long time. Anyway, that's my thought for the day from Western Japan. James Corbett, CorbettReport.com.